Just because we're dumbasses don't mean that you can be too. So don't do any of this shit we do at home. Liberty City has known to have some of the fastest top 10 street racers in the nation, and they're down to prove it anytime, anywhere, on any street. But with our competition getting faster, drivers have to work harder and do whatever it takes to stay on top of our list. Because if you want to survive on this list, you have to be an outlaw. This is Street Outlaws. Welcome back, everybody, to Street Outlaws. On this episode, the racers will be meeting up at the side road to the LSIA airport for this week's race. Will Uzi be able to defend his number 10 spot against Chun for the second week in a row, and Quan defend his number 1 position against Jern for his second week in a row? But with Eagle being out of commission with transmission problems in that slam van, everybody from 7th place will be stuck from coming up our list. Now, let's go down trackside for our round robin. Chun and his stallion calls out Uzi and his faction for that number 10 spot. Chun gets the whole shot, but Uzi proves once again that he belongs on that 405 list. And now for the 405's list shakeup. Uzi in the faction calls out Will and his Vigero for the number 9 spot. Will gets the whole shot and the 60-foot and brings home the win to keep his number 9 spot. Second race, Poppy and his Buccaneer calls out Twisted and his Phoenix for the number 7 spot. Twisted gets the whole shot but Poppy pulls on the top end to take that number 7 spot. Third race, Swag in his Tampa calls out Roland and his Stallion for the number 4 spot. Swag gets the whole shot, but the Stallion pulls around on the top end to defend his number 4 spot. Fourth race, Gantz calls out Germ for 2nd spot. Gantz gets the whole shot and the 60-foot, but Germ barely pulls on the top end to take the win and keep his number 2 spot. Fifth race, Will and his Vigero calls out Twisted and his Phoenix for that number 8 spot. Both drivers get a good takeoff, but Will barely pulls out the victory and takes that number 8 spot. Sixth race, Roland and his Stallion calls out Gantz and his Vigero for that number 3 spot. Both drivers get a good takeoff, but Gantz barely inches out the win to defend his number 3 spot. Seventh race, Germ and his Ruiner calls out Quan and his Slam Van for the number 1 spot. Good takeoff by both drivers, but the Slam Van pulls ahead at the top end to defend his number 1 spot for his 2nd week in a row. And now for the final race of the night, Will and his Vigero calls out Poppy and his Buccaneer for the number 7 spot. And Poppy gets the whole shot, but Will pulls on the top end to take that number 7 spot. After a solid night of racing, this is the list shakedown. And as your host and creator of the original 405 Street Outlaws, I hope everybody has enjoyed this episode and be looking for more of Street Outlaws.